Good afternoon, traders. Today is September the 22nd, 2010. We had a rough session today and we finished down in all three indexes. Dow Jones finished down 21 points, less than 0.25%. S&P 500 finished down 5.5 points, 0.5%. And the NASDAQ finished down 15 points, which was the leading declining index, which finished down 0.6%. Euro US dollar finished up 1%. Today's headlines that moved the market: tech shares and insurers show weakness. Lincoln, Hartford, and MetLife all showed weakness today. So did Adobe. Dollar drops to fresh 5-month low against competing currencies. I pointed that out yesterday. Treasuries climb to cut down yields. Over here we're now looking at the performance sectors. Today, top 3 sectors: utilities 1, second place healthcare, third place materials. Worst performers: financials, industrial goods, and technology. Financials really need to step up. I'm going to start with the Dow Jones Industrial Average. I'm looking at 1-hour charts today because none of the indexes got below their August highs. We held above them on all 3 indexes. Our August high is 10,719 for the Dow Jones Industrial Average, which I showed you guys in my previous video. We came down and we actually tested it today, but we bounced off of it. We're going to use this as our S1 tomorrow. Our S2 will be 10,685, and our S3 will be this 50-period moving average. For a bullish case scenario, we need to bounce off this August high, hold above it, and hold and get a close above 10,763 tomorrow to confirm a bullish thesis up to 10,877. We have this trend line dating back from 3 weeks ago that's still intact if we get and hold above 10,763. However, it would take a lot of buying to get back above that today. If we break that, that's when I become short-term bearish and we start testing these 3 levels I just pointed out. Looking at the S&P 500, this uptrend that we had actually got broken today. We came down, we closed at 1134, which is our pivot. Actually, we closed right at it today. So for a bullish scenario tomorrow, we need to hold above 1134 to get a move to 1141. For a bearish case scenario, we're going to use our S1 at 1129.24, which is right where the 50 is, and we'll use 1123 as S2, and S3 will be 1115.49. What could happen tomorrow is if we close all the way down at 1123, this 50 will still be turned up, but it could start rolling back over and turn red at the beginning of a decline. NASDAQ here, like I said, 15 points, finished down today 0.6%. We had a decline this morning. We held below our pivot level at 23.56. We then sold down and we held below our other major support level at 2,336. We really need to get above this level tomorrow and hold to get a move back up to 23.56. If we can't get above 23.36, look for some selling pressure and a move back to our August high. So as you can see, we actually came down, tested the 50, and we bounced off of it today, but we didn't get a close above 23.36. I don't like that. Tomorrow our levels: S1 will be this 50-period moving average again. S2 will be 2307.60, which was the August high, and S3 will be 2299.89. And if we close below this 50 tomorrow and 2307, we finish up around that level, even 2310, 2312, this 50 is going to turn back around and turn bearish. Looking at the US dollar futures index right here, I told you guys yesterday that if we came down and sold off today and didn't get back above and hold above 80.99, that the 50 would turn bearish and turn red and start turning down again, which happened. We held below 80.79, another support level, and we sold all the way down to 79.77 today. I'm going to post a link at the end of my video of my previous video so you guys could see the call that I made yesterday and see how accurate they are. But I called this 79.93 level on my previous video, and we touched it today, and we actually got to close right above it. So if we drop below and hold below the 79.93 level, my next level is going to be 78.78. I'm sorry, 78.85 and then 78.78. This is our target if we hold below this level right here that I'm pointing out. However, we could get a move back up to this 80.79 if we bounce off of our support that we're holding right here. So the 79.93 is a major level that we need to watch tomorrow. Crude oil. In my previous video yesterday, I said if we can't hold above this 75.13 level, that I could most positively assure you that 73.25 would be tested in the next few days. I'm still sticking to that. If we, however, could get back above 75.13 tomorrow and get a close above it, then we'll look for the 75.64 and 77.19 to come into play. However, we had a drawdown of crude today, and we actually finished down about 200,000 barrels. So right now we're slightly bearish on crude unless we get above the 75.13 magic number. As for the gold futures, same thing happens every day. We just keep running up. Like I said, yesterday's video, I pointed out this major volume spike once the Fed came out and put out their number. We got a spike off our major pivot level at 12.75. We got above the 50, and we ran all the way up to 12.93. Today we hit a fresh all-time high at 12.98, right under that 1300 psychological level. I'm still sticking by my thesis saying that they're going to run at the 1300, and 1309 is the next level. Tomorrow, if we hold below 12.93, we're going to use this 50 as our support, which is at, and then we're going to use 12.75 as the next level. 12.75 is the major level, the line that you draw in the sand. Looking at the VIX now, I'm really excited to show you guys the VIX because I highlighted this in last night's video. I said if we could get above, hold above this 1680 level, that we'll be looking for 1747 in the near future. We got to close above it today, guys. Tomorrow, we're going to use the 1680 as our major support, 1643 as S2. I see the VIX. I know a lot of people on the street bought a bunch of calls today. I was reading an article on Options Insider. We closed above the 50 period moving average, another bullish thesis today. I'm going to show you what can happen. If we get a move and close above the 1747 in the next few days like I'm anticipating, this 50 is going to then turn up and we're going to become short-term bullish on the VIX. Riffin Russell 1000 Financial Services Index we're looking at right here. I highlighted this 776 level yesterday in my video. We got to close under it today, and now the 50's turning down, which is not good. Short-term bearish on financials still. If we hold below this 777, 776 level, our next stop's actually going to be a 769 followed by 761. However, if we get above it, our 785 is going to be a critical level because not only is it at the 50, but we have a pivot level there too, a 785, 55. Mark that on your calendar. The bullish thing would be if we ran up and we came up here, but I still think there's going to be sellers at 785 and then possibly get that move lower. So short term, I'm definitely bearish on financials. And the last thing I'm going to look at today is the SOX, the Semiconductor Index. We have a trend line going on right here, which is very important because it connects down to our 323, 324 support levels. To get a bullish alignment here in the SOX, we need to get a close above 330 tomorrow because I'm going to show you what's going to happen. If we do, not get a close above 330 and they sell this below today's lows at 328, then 324 will come into play, and this 50 will end up turning red and turning down. So for us to get a move higher, we have to hold above 330 to get a move back up to 340. Once again, I hope you guys check out my previous video to confirm my calls, and have a great day trading tomorrow.